What's up, Dolphins? Travis Wingfield here, the host of the Drive Time podcast on the Miami Dolphins Podcast Network, and I'm thrilled to be joined today by new Dolphins receiver Cedrick Wilson Jr. Cedrick, thanks for jumping in, man.
Thanks for having me, and grateful to be here.
So, new to the building, new to the city, just got in today, I understand. Mm-hmm. How's it all feel? Is it all hitting you yet?
I've been to Miami a couple of times, but I've never been in the Dolphin side of things, and definitely amazing. First time seeing it. Definitely a lot of wild spots here. So
you'll see plenty more as you kind of tour the area. We had Connor Williams in here earlier, and he was talking about the building, and I was like, you came from Frisco, where it's pretty nice too, but not bad here either, right?
Oh no, it's like same exact building, both great, but we get to see palm trees and look out to Hard Rock.
That's exactly what he said. So before Dallas, you were up in Boise for a couple of years, and I told you before you came on, technically the Pacific Northwest. Do you guys call it that? I don't know.
I don't really know what they call it. I went up there to play football, and I'm from the South.
Sure. Well, it is my stomping grounds, but I ask you, coming from Memphis to Boise, how much of a culture shock was that for you in college?
Huge. Kind of definitely helped me, like traveling around when my dad played in the league, definitely helped me adjust to it easier. But I definitely remember calling my mom multiple times my first semester out there, like, I don't know how this is going to work out. But she told me just stick through it, and shoot, look where I am today.
That's right. That's exactly right. But you also had to stop in Coffeyville? Is that what it was called?
Coffeyville,
What was that like?
That was pretty easy. Me and my best friend, we left and went up there together. And we were always together in high school, so it was pretty much you're out the house by ourselves.
All football, right?
All football.
All the time,
yeah.
That's right. And that's, one thing I read about, kind of doing some background on you before the interview here, was I read a scouting report that talked about an anonymous AFC scout said that Cedrick Wilson's a self-made man, and I'll always go to bat for a guy like that because he's not going to let you down with the character and the way he works. Mm-hmm. How does an assessment like that, how much pride do you take in that?
I definitely take pride in what, not really what others think about, but I think of myself pretty much. I wouldn't necessarily say self-made. I got two great parents. I got a great family, kids, and everything. So not really self-made, but just every day going out there that I'm not only putting my name on the line, I just got a whole family behind me as well.
That makes total sense. Yeah, I guess maybe that's the wrong phrase for that, but in terms of the way you work. Is the
way I work. My work's all for me.
Sure, exactly. So, being a 6th-round pick, and you go to an offense that has, CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Dalton Schultz, Michael Gallup, Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, you're one of many, many pieces there in the weaponry, and yet you still find a way to get on the field and produce. And that's something your Cowboys teammates really praised you for. How did you learn that resilience, and how did that kind of shape who you are as a player and a person?
I would probably have to say just self-talk. I'm a big believer in everyone is going to have their opportunity. It's what you do with it. So, I just grinded, and every opportunity I was given, I took full advantage of it. Whether it worked out or it didn't work out, I just put my front foot forward, and I'm big on preparation because a lot of people get in the jam because they don't prepare, and then when their moment comes, they're not ready for it.
That's exactly right. That's how we do the podcast here. Preparation is the key.
Right.
So you're here with the Dolphins now. What was it that attracted you to coming down here to Miami to play for the Dolphins?
Started off first was obviously Coach Wes Welker. We definitely talked a long bit before I was drafted, and didn't get to work with him in Houston. So then he got me out here, and it was a no-brainer. He played here, so I'm really trying to do some great things here like he did.
Did you grow up watching him here with Miami and in New England after that?
I didn't necessarily watch him. This is my dad's favorite team, though. Okay. So he probably had it on TV when I was younger. But I was big into just being outside. Never really watching much football or TV.
So your dad was a Dolphins fan, you said?
Yeah, my dad's a Dolphins fan. Yeah, it's his favorite team.
So aqua and orange all over the house, or how's that work?
No, we're not that big. Okay. Just support.
Sure.
Support.
So you mentioned having that relationship with Wes Welker. What else can you tell us about him in terms of your guys' relationship and just kind of how that became a thing and what you've experienced here with him now so far in Miami?
It's actually, I feel like it's scratching the surface. I feel like we both were, obviously looking at his career, he was a hardworking guy that most people probably counted out. And I feel like that was the same way with me. And I feel like over the time that we're here, we're going to definitely get closer and definitely get to pick each other's brain of what we want to know.
One of the toughest guys to ever do it, right? Just an absolute warrior. And, watching your tape, have you ever gone out of bounds on a catch? I don't think I've seen it.
I don't know. Every time I catch the ball, I'm trying to get to the orange pylon.
That's exactly right. That's what I thought.
That's all in my vision.
Well, and you also had some rushing yards back in your high school days as a former high school quarterback. How did playing quarterback in high school prepare you for a receiver in the National Football League?
The ball was always in my hand, so everyone's looking at me. So now it's pretty easy. They don't know where I'm at until it's in my hands.
So I'm not going to read these to you, but one of the most or the stats that I found on you, one of the most efficient deep receivers according to some advanced metrics, across multiple websites that do that stuff. What is the key to being a good deep receiver?
I think it was. I mean, I feel like I was not really blessed with it, but I played baseball first, so just the natural ball skills came pretty easy. And I mean, football is way bigger than the baseball, and I get to use both of my hands to catch it. So I feel like that's that background of baseball is pretty much where the tracking of the deep ball came. And then speed, just run. My dad always told me, if you run fast, you'll get faster.
It makes sense. I'm going to guess center field.
No, I actually played shortstop.
Okay, yeah.
I was good.
So
I had an arm.
yeah,
I had an arm. So
some range going back onto the outfield grass too there as well. So same story with your yak numbers, your run after catch. What's the key to that? What's the key to running after the catch?
Don't get tackled.
That's
the simple. Yeah. No, it doesn't feel that good.
Exactly
so
right.
yeah, try to stay away from getting hit.
Okay, so I want to go back to your father. You mentioned, a Dolphins fan now, but played in the National Football League. What was that like as your experience as a kid, being around someone that was in the league and kind of seeing how he did it?
I mean, now looking back on it, it felt pretty normal. It was just like Pop's going to work and he playing football. Just like when he get off work, I'm going to practice. Right. So we both pretty much doing the same thing. But now looking back on it, I definitely wish I would have understood what was going on, so I got to pay more attention.
Sure. To get a few tips here and there, right? But I'm sure he's helped you along the way. Once you got a little bit more into the football life, right? I mean, he was probably big in your corner.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, he wants me to play quarterback, but I'm chasing the dream that he had, which is receiver.
Do you have one memory of going to a game or a practice, a locker room with your dad that you remember more than anything else, as far as his experience as a player goes?
Yeah, let me see. Probably my biggest memory is I think they were, now I didn't really understand what they were doing then, but now I think it was the OTA phase, and they were in the locker room clowning around, and I think I was like in the back, like scrubbing the footballs, getting ready for practice, and
awesome.
Then I don't think I did it right, and I mean they were joking, but they let me have it.
There you go. You got a piece of the NFL right away early in your life. So you're here in Miami now. Is there one thing, and it could be football, it can be the culture down here. You mentioned kind of being here a little bit. You've visited before. The food is great down here. Dealer's choice. What is one thing that you're most excited about with your opportunity here with the Dolphins or in Miami in general?
That's two different things. With the Dolphins, win games. As of being in Miami, stay at the beach, and I'm trying to find the best wings in town.
We're going to have to ask someone out there if they can find you some wings.
Right.
I don't know them personally, so
okay.
we'll ask around. But very good, man. That's all I got for you. Cedrick Wilson, appreciate your time today, man.
Appreciate you.